students. Today we're going to make some blow paint art or some fun little germ art. So I have watercolors here and a brush and some water. If you don't have watercolors at home, you can just as easily draw little paint blobs with markers or crayons or anything like that. I'm gonna show you how to do this with paint. So I'm gonna start with red, and remember these are watercolors, so you have to get them wet, and after you get them wet you really need to stir them around to mix that color in with that water to make a really nice bright paint. So then I'm just going to kind of put a blob of that paint on my paper, and it has to be kind of a lot. Okay, then I have a straw here, and I have to get kind of down and level, almost like really low with the paper. If I'm trying to do like at a really high angle, the paint won't go out as much. So you have to get kind of low. And I just kind of like to turn the paper okay, so it made just a nice big old blob right there, and you can see I have my paper underneath to keep from making a mess. I think just for fun I'm gonna switch up and get a new color. So you can see I'm kind of turning the paper as I go to really spread these out all over the place. Now I'm just kind of switching up colors kind of a lot just because I wanted this to be really nice and bright. But you can of course use any of the colors you would like to use. Maybe you only want to use a few different colors, and that's totally fine too. This is looking really cool. So I'm gonna pull that paper aside for just a second, and I just wanted to show you really fast that if you don't have paints, you can do this with a marker, or like I said, a colored pencil, crayon, whatever you do have. So I'm just gonna draw kind of a blobby shape to start, and then just make little. So even that is super fun and cool. And like I said, you can do it with a marker as well if you don't have paints. So I'm gonna set that back aside. Now, this is going to dry. So while I'm letting that dry, I'm going to start working on some eyeballs for my little germies. So I'm gonna count first how many I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 germies means I need 16 eyeballs because I want each one of them to have 2. Actually, might have some of them have 3. So maybe I'll just make a bunch of different sized eyeballs. I'm gonna get a black Sharpie, but you can definitely do this with a marker or a crayon. Maybe on this top row, I think I'm gonna make all kind of bigger eyes. Okay, so I think that's more than enough. And I'm just going to cut those out. You can see I definitely tried to make them be different sizes. So then our Germies look kind of funky and silly. I'm not worried about cutting perfectly on the line. I'm even kind of leaving a little bit of white around the eyeballs. Okay guys, so there are my eyeballs. I'm gonna bring this paper back out and then I'm just gonna start gluing them down wherever I think they would be cute. And I can give some 2 eyes, I can give some 3 eyes, I can give some 1 eye, like maybe this yellow one just needs 1 eye. I'm just putting the tiniest little dot of glue behind these. Okay, and then just to add an extra little step, I'm gonna use a skinny Sharpie and I'm gonna kind of add little, like, I don't know, little germ, like tentacles coming off. Just for a little extra detail. And I'm just going to use my markers real fast to color in some of those just to make them a little more funky and fun. Alright guys, there is my finished germ blow art fun kooky activity. I hope you guys have just as much fun with this as I did.